今天好大雾呀！然后我们今天是一行25个人，然后可能还是乘坐这辆红车去那个旅行的起点吧。
And there should be one there that you can try on and see if it. Oh, okay, we're going to try. Oh, nice. Yes, listening.
我们应该今天从这儿，好开到这。
Always, at least the.
好，我进去。
Right, so the original road height was at this level here. For this road, I was telling you how they had to lower it. Yep. And they had to lower it a metre and a half to get the modern stock trucks and that through. You don't get so many logging trucks through this particular tunnel, but you do from the other side of the Whangamomina Saddle Road to get out that way. But you'll see it's got the wooden vaulted ceiling in it, or the vaulted roof in it, and that's so the papa, because it's so fragile, when it falls from the roof, it comes and it falls down to the sides of the roads rather than on top of the vehicles, which is probably a good thing. The top of the tunnel, it changes the whole structural integrity of the tunnel. That's why they had to chip it out from underneath. Just on our left-hand side here where this water's running down, this has been carved out for a water bowl for horses.
Picked a good day, it's not raining.
It's not raining, yeah.
1月21号，他们的独立日 ，Independence Day。
我们要坐小车，就在那边。这就要坐小车，不知道我们有没有就是2人坐的。然后我们可以把书包放在后面这个箱子里，然后把这个卷帘可以卷起来。然后如果下雨天的时候，就可以把卷帘放下去，就可以防雨。
Hang on, 2, 4, 5, brilliant.
No, there's 6. He's up there.
I'm Shane. This is Opal here. And Shane. So we're your guides today. We're going to take you up the line. Myself and Opal. You're up the front, are you, Opal? Yeah. Yeah, so me and Opal are up the front, and Shane comes up the rear. We've got 2-way radios between us. You know, it's quite a big tour today. Cart-wise, not people-wise, really. But yeah, so I'll just quickly tell you a little bit of what we're going to do. So this line is the Stratford Okahukura railway line. It's 143 kilometres of mothballed railway line. You're doing 80 kilometres of it today. So there's 24 tunnels, and you're doing 21. And by the end of the day, you'll have done 9.5 kilometres underground. So it's a good lot of diggings. 10.5 k's total on the whole line, but you're doing the majority of them today. So just quickly, so we're here, Whangamomina. This is our line here, Stratford Okahukura, just north of Taumarunui there. So what we'll do, we'll give you a bit of a safety briefing. We'll get you on the carts and we'll head off. Dale, there's a road crossing out there. Dale's gone out there to monitor on it. If he's saying stop when you come up to there, stop, because cars don't stop. So just be careful there. But yeah, we head off, keeping a nice distance between us, at least 50 metres, which Shani will set for you as you're taking off. And we'll just travel on up the line. Normally we do a sort of stop up around Taumarunui, and I'll tell you a little bit of the history of the line, but we're going to leave that till after lunch today because we've got 6 other people joining us at lunchtime. So we won't have to repeat all that sort of stuff. So we'll do that later on. But yeah, so we'll have a quick stop out here. We just usually do a bit of a health check on the other side of the crossing, make sure everybody's happy and good to go. And then we'll head off up here. We'll do a few miles this morning and we'll go up to Hakiaha for a cup of tea. Hakiaha once had a population of about 1,200 people. There's 14 of them there today. And you'll get to meet the only one who's not related to somebody else there. So that's Lindsay, who always comes down, helps out with a cup of tea, and he's got a bit of honey there for sale and stuff like that. But yeah, that's a pretty awesome place in there. You're heading into the boondocks through here. Like cell phone coverage, once we leave here, is non-existent until we get out to Taumarunui, and then this afternoon you have it all the way through. But yeah, we'll wander through here. It's beautiful bush, lots of big tunnels. There's 4 big tunnels in here, 3 of them are over 1 kilometre long. I love it. Bush. Anyone travelled the Forgotten World Highway, the Taumarunui Gorge? Sorry, some of you had this morning. So Taumarunui Gorge is here, and the Taumarunui Scenic Reserve is over here. So it's the same piece of bush sort of you're travelling through, but not quite as hard a country. Then we're up. We have a couple of little spots through here. Up to here, it's the official joining spot of the line when they actually joined it in 1932. And then we're into Taumarunui. Belinda's going to be there, so that's our halfway point, 40 k's. She's going to have lunch all set up for you. So lunch is it's kind of like a bit of a railside picnic, you know, make your own sandwiches and a bit of home baking and stuff. Got some more home baking for you this morning. Toilets at Hakiaha and Taumarunui, we call them flash-ish, but not flush. So I'm sure you know what that means. Well, I pretty flash the Taumarunui ones. So we'll have about half an hour here, and as I said, we'll have 6 people joining us there as well, and then we'll go up to Mangaparo, and that's where we'll do a little bit. I'll tell you a bit more in depth about the railway line that you're travelling, a bit of history on it. And then up to Ohura, that's where I live. We'll have a quick stop there, tell you about that. Then through to Matieri this afternoon. That's afternoon smoko, afternoon cup of tea. I think we've got Anzac biscuits there for you this afternoon, all out of the kitchen back at the motel. There's a good hall there if we need it, and there are toilets that flush. So it's the highlight of your day. And then after that, we're off up here to Okahukura. It's about an hour's drive through here. But what we do here, we go straight up. So up here is tunnel, what they call 24. Everything's numbered from the Stratford end. So any numbering you see is going that way. So 24 tunnels. This is number 24 up here. It's the longest on the line. It's 1,500 metres long. There's bends on both ends of it. So what we do, we go into the middle of it, and we stop like this, and I'll tell you a bit about the tunnel, and we'll have a quick lights out if everybody's happy with that, because it is absolute total darkness. Yeah. Everyone happy? Yeah. Occasional person's not. There's not much you can do about it, really. Yeah, and then down through to Okahukura. I don't know, 4:30, 5 o'clock, somewhere around that. It's going to be, take a while for us to get up there this afternoon. And then a quick 10-minute bus ride back in here to Taumarunui. Some of you are coming back on the shuttle, aren't you? Yeah. So you make a little bit of a late get back down here. But so has anyone got any questions on any of that?
Thank you, I didn't forget, I just dropped it. I just realised it was there.
Yeah, good to go. Put your foot down. Put your foot down. On the go. Put your foot down the go. Yeah, just hold it down. Yeah. 注意安全。 Hatch going right?
Yeah.
Hatch going right?
It's a little bit nervous, but now it's okay.
Ah, okay. Yep, you're good to go.
林探险小感觉啊。
啊。
一样的，
对呀。
他走的地儿不一样。这要是紫花开的时候就好看了啊！
啊。
这条路，这花都谢了。再带点叶子，开花芽。
有。这天也很好，你不用动，我这正好拍不着你。
枪，对，对，
哦，非常可以。
这荔枝，刚才那是 野荔枝，我刚才应该摘一个。
哎呦，你快拉了，你别弄。
这真是荔枝。你看，
哦，看见了。
这一树的荔枝。
哇，好哇哇，好高。
野荔枝。
哎呀妈，
小辈儿挠一下就上来了。
挠呀呢！
落叶得看着它。 因为你是在底下走，车是在上头走。阳前太在这儿了，发生了什么事情？
量不足啊，得补充啊。下雨了。那个咖啡吗？
咱俩一杯呗。
对啊。
那个咖啡吧。
就叫那个。我
你给我这造型来特写啊！哦，好高的峡谷啊！哦。知道了，这该我了。
哇，好飞呀！
gặp nó mới đậu được. Rồi, rửa trời. Rửa trời.
I don't really want to hit the one in front.
Hakiaha, number 8, and I said there was a big embankment. So there's the tunnel, you can see there, and this is what you drove across. They built these massive big viaducts just out of the wood they had available. They were never going to last, but and then they put a tram line on them, and then they'd start digging back that way into that tunnel, bringing the fill out, and then up this tunnel here, number 9, they'll start going that way, bringing all the fill out and dropping it down to fill those valleys in. This photo down here is this one here, this big embankment. So those tunnels, they were digging them, there's no road access into there, but they were digging them multiple tunnels at a time, and they were digging them from both ends. You know, a bit of a think about that. So number 8 here that we came across, you know, they'd start from this side, they'd have to, basic theodolite stuff apparently, but they'd have to survey over the top of the hill to this big valley here, that's the Mangatatoko Valley, find out where they were going to go back that way, and then build this big viaduct out through here. And then it took them 3 years to fill that up. Hand compacted, which is, I suppose, that. You know, sort of late 1920s they did that one. Yeah. And of course you've got a river going through under there. So they built a big tunnel. You can see this one here, so you can see it right down over there. Those tunnels that take the water, they're exact replica of the railway tunnels. But about, this one I've been into, it's about 2/3 the size of the railway tunnels. It's 100 metres long, goes up and under there. And then they filled the old water course in over the top of that tunnel, and it just diverted the water through that tunnel. And that's what's under there. And then between 9 and 10, you would have seen another big embankment there. Same deal under there. Incredible amount of work.
So they did that tunnel first, and then they built the structure across and started dropping stuff.
No, they would have built this first. They would have found the spot where they were going to start going in, and all the gear came up to the top on a track and then down by Flying Fox. And then they built this, put the tram line on it, and they were digging back to the north end of 8, southern end of 9 up here and bringing all the
But the water tunnel underneath that would have been built.
Yes, prior to that, I guess.
Prior to that, yeah.
They stay here?
哇，刚发现这毯子夹着满猪的呢。
Yeah. Good. No, I've got to be here.
Well, I can imagine. This is here, one of the railway stations here. You know, you see the concrete blocks and stuff like that. We'll give you a bit of a card where the railway station ends up later. But between here and Taumarunui, this is the first road in. So the road comes down that valley over there, across the railway line, and this is it here. So this is the official joining spot of the line. This is this top photo up here. They estimate it was about 4,000 people here. You can imagine, they started construction of this line in 1901, and they thought it was going to take about 10 years, but it took 32 years. And what this line meant for all these people through here was its first all-weather access. The roads were rubbish, they had no metal on them, they were just good weather roads really. Plus, for the people down in Taranaki, Plymouth, Stratford, Inglewood, it was there. You can imagine what the road trip was like to Auckland in those days. It would have been horrific. So this, up to Taumarunui and then up the main trunk line, it was a great access between Auckland and New Plymouth down in here. So it really was a big deal for these people. So you had the mayors of Stratford and Taumarunui here. They had trains coming from both ways. You had the Prime Minister, a guy by the name of Forbes. He drove the Silver Spike into the thing, took it with him, driving very hard. Yeah, but 4,000 people, that's what they estimate this here. But before that, and that's the photo down over there, this was the other big construction camp that happened. You know, it had been very laborious up until this point. You know, like I say, Taumarunui and here, mid-1920s, they fair hove into this section down through here, from Taumarunui down. So this was the other construction camp, not as big as Taumarunui, and I don't think, like Taumarunui did turn into a little bit of a town for a while. This was just a construction camp. I had two people on the tours that have been here, lived here. 90-year-old lady, she'd been a little girl down here. Of course, she didn't remember anything. And then last year, an 87-year-old gentleman, he'd been born down here, so pretty cool. Yeah. But the camps were kind of like a bit of a segregated outfit. This was all the singles guys up here. They called it frying pan flat because they cooked out of a frying pan, ate out of a frying pan. Down there you had married with children. I guess they had a slightly bigger hut, and then married without children as well.
这个挺好的。
一个甜的，一个咸的吧。
行，多放点黄油。
这个好像是那种甜。看那个呢？
多来点肉啊！我来3片肉。来点，对。
这个够了吧？
再来点。
对，可以吗？
看你自己的。多来2片cheese。
你要一片就够了。
番茄。
你要番茄？
行，
完了就完了。你要不要再封一面？
我肯定得封一面。 Bị thay đổi chuyện gọi là vậy.
咱就不用了吧。
My turn. Yeah, he's ready to go.
松一点点，稍微松一点点，
松了，
松了一半儿，哎，又要进隧道了，又要进隧道一进去开。
我害怕。
这踩的。
其他不行吗？
Between the Stratford Okahukura railway line, so Stratford 140 odd kilometres that way. That way. There's another line running between Plymouth and Downs Martin, and that's where that line comes off. Goes up to Okahukura up here, just north of Taumarunui, where it hits the main trunk line. So, you know, late 1800s, early 1900s, railway lines were a heck of a lot more important than what they are now. You know, they're the second cousin to the road network now. As I said before, you know, this is the first all the access these people had in these sorts of places. Places like Wongamama, they were cut off in the winter, pretty much. So, what it was like down there. So it was a real big deal if a rail was going to come through your area. this area, still as far as European settlement went, it was fairly closed off. So you know what, they brought the railway line through here, it opened up this area, gave them access to vast areas of native timber and big coals that were all up through here. Yeah, 1901, that was down there. The line was built by the Public Works Department, and a lot of big jobs were done back then. As they completed each little section, they handed it over to NZ to run. So the first little section, 10 k's up from a place called Toto, completed late 1902. So Toto only 10 k's out, but 10 k's back then, that was a significant distance. And so they had their own little branch line operating. They continued around, all the way up. But they kind of thought, I think, around 10 years to get it finished, but they didn't. You know, those of you that did this morning, you know, you see what we came through down there. They didn't have the whole route surveyed out. They weren't even sure where they were coming out up here. So it was another 10 years before they started up at this end. So 1901, 1911, they started coming back, and then 1932 before they finished the line. Bogged down over the First World War years and, you know, political apathy and all the rest of it. And then that last section from Taumarunui through to Hakiaha, that was all they fair hoed into that in the last 7 or 8 years to finish it off. But yeah, they got it done. 98 bridges, 24 tunnels, 10.5 kilometres of tunnels on the line. So for most of you, you'll have done 9.5 k's underground by the time you get to the end of it. In its heyday, about 10 trains a day on here. 5 up, 5 back. A lot of your early freight trains had passenger services on them too. You had it overnight, what we called an express. Very fast. That was your Plymouth to Taumarunui. It would come through at night and meet up with the Auckland Ranger. Then the next night it was afternoon it would get back that way. That lasted until 1953. Took that off the line. Your daily services, you know, you had rail cars running on here. That was your Plymouth, that was return service to Plymouth, Taumarunui, and return every day. And that lasted through to 1983. Took that off the line. Roads for it, cars for it, I guess. Yeah, it was originally known as Mungarai. You just come across the Mungarai River. It came to, there was another couple of Mungarais in the North Island, and I think they wanted a town, which they thought was going to be a big town, to be the name of the valley, the Ohura Valley, and the Ohura River flows out over that way. They changed the name in 1911. There was a bit of a ceremony out on the main street. Down over there, there's a bridge over there over the Mungarai River, and someone got a drum and they painted Mungarai on it and gave the keys into the river. And Ohura ever since. Yeah, it's your classic booms and bust town for the area. But it was built on farming, logging, native logging in the area. Railways was a big employer. Yeah, back around there with the railway station was, big railway, and coal mining. The big mining up there, up here, a whole lot out in Whitefield Valley up here. Small underground road. The last one of those closed in 1990. The big one out here, Hakiaha State Coal Mine, had its own town. More your married people lived up there, but a lot of people lived in this town as well, and went up there every day to work. And this was the Ohura Miners Hospital over here. They built that in 1938. So, workers over there, and other government workers in the area. When the mine closed in 1970, they closed that as well, and it became Hotel Ohura prison. Very low security. No security at all, really. But yeah, upwards close to 100 prisoners here. White collar, and guys that are in their sentence for good behaviour. If you misbehaved here, you're out the door and not doing it. But they, they had huge gardens over here, hot houses, they had the industries, forestry industries. They ran our local waterworks here. And they made up a 30% of the local rugby team as well. One escape, like we'll chat with your paper there, so people in the mountains, she used to be a chaplain in the prison. She said there's one escape she knew about. The guy was pretty much started thumbing the rifle on the road. The first person to put him up to the local circle. up digging, because it means a whole lot. The higher they can get, the less digging they have to do. So you come up and dig up, gradient there, and then down, you go down now. But this tunnel here, we're only about 3 kilometres off the end of the line, tunnel 24, Hakiaha saddle goes over the top of us. There must be a couple 100 metres of mudstone on top of us. But it's the first of the real big ones that they did. They started off the end of the line down here. They started construction heading back the way we've come about 1911, and they started digging this tunnel about the same time. Back there, they dug it from both ends. So back there, they came in on a bend, and they came in on the opposite bend down in front of us, and they dug straight, and they met up in the middle. Pretty cool, eh? It's took them 8 years to do it. Through the First World War years, I guess, like a bit of lack of manpower. As explained to me by a surveyor, what they would do, need a couple of trig points. They'd find the exact spot they were going to come in at one end, and they had to survey across the top. So cut a track across, surveying as they went, the old light. They'd find the exact spot they were going to come in. They could plot corners, they could plot slopes. You're actually going down on a very gentle slope here. So it's still pretty impressive, isn't it? What they've dug through, you'll see it in the sides of the hills, that bluey grey colour. It's called papa. It's not rock, but it is very, very hard. It's mudstone. And that's how they've dug through all these tunnels. So pick, shovel and blast. They had a couple of people killed in here in the blasting accident. I think probably explosives back then were a little bit more unpredictable than what they are today. A couple of guys killed. But this was early days here. They were living under canvas. And at that time they had, those later construction camps here. They were a bit more updated than what they were living in the early years. So biggest killer on the line, stuff like pneumonia and stuff like that. Just living in that damp conditions. Winter around here is, pretty damp and foggy. You get fog outside, and it's foggy in here as well. That's in here, so it would have been, damp conditions working in here, and when we went out, it would have been damp conditions out here, so pretty horrific. Basic way of digging the tunnels, they took the top out, and then they came through and took the bottom out. Now, I used to have a formwork to put up for the concrete, and you can see the lines alongside, and they're just sort of, they're just the boxing marks. Boxing went in, I guess the concrete went over top of it. And up through the centre, they generally put a layer of blocks up through there. But you can see in the sides of the tunnel, the walls, is actually quite rough. It's just riverstone. And mixed with sand and cement, I guess. Non-reinforced. But yeah, she stood fair for over 100 years. All these recesses that we've been coming past, all the tunnels have got them, they're about 100 metres apart. This one here, number 8, is by far the biggest on the line. I just think there's still a lot of gear in here, but you've got people working in here, rail gangers, you've got signals lines coming through, but could have signals people working in here. You've still got trains coming through, and that's basically something working out there. But look at the sides of the walls, just covered with soot. That's what your own will look like. Yeah, so you can see a few steel brackets on the other side, that's the signals lines, and there's a insulator up here where the communications lines are through. But yeah, it's so completed about 1918, 1919, and stood here recently. Flooded on a couple of occasions, but apart from that, you've got those big caves, that big valley up there. Big slips have come down, blocked it, big rain events have washed all through here, but apart from that, she's really pretty much stood the test of time. Yeah. I feel like a little. So anyway, folks, like I say, we're only about 3 k's off the end of the line. You will notice the track's a bit rough as we come out of here. This is where that last diorama was all down through here. It started back by tunnel 22, so the drag back land about 4 or 5 k's.
It's really a wonderful experience during the dark side.
Okay.